Hey everyone, you probably clicked on this video because you're just getting into vinyl records or turntables, so in this video we'll show you what we would recommend when you're starting on this journey. Firstly, you'll obviously need a record player. Maybe not necessarily something at this quality. This is one of our more mid to gauging into the high-end level. So obviously this is where you would start. Some of you may already even have a Bluetooth turntable going into a Bluetooth speaker, but obviously that's not something we would necessarily recommend because you're not getting the full quality out of the record, which is obviously what the whole reason is of buying a vinyl record. So second thing is the amplifier. You're probably thinking, wow, that's a big amplifier. Again, this is one of our more to mid to high-end amplifiers that we do. This one actually has a built-in phono stage. So that means you don't need a second little box that the record player plugs into before it plugs into the amplifier. A lot of amplifiers don't have that. We do have a range that actually do, even from the entry level, things that start probably around roughly 850 odd pounds, some even less, but yeah, if you get in touch, you'll be able to check what we do that does have it, which obviously minimizes the amount of boxes you have. And lastly, the speakers. So that would be what you would need to start your selection or your system for getting on vinyl records or a home audio setup, period. If you haven't already, we'd really appreciate if you'd hit that like, subscribe and give us a share. Speakers, we have a large selection, so if you're just starting, we've got bookshelf style or stand mount, whichever way they can be mounted. Obviously we've got floor standing. Another thing that a lot of people are also doing is in wall or in ceiling, so that's also an option. So another thing that's important when you are buying a turntable is the cartridge, as that's actually the bit that is the most important, is it actually touches a record. And obviously we sell records here for those of you that don't know. So we've got something like the Chet Baker here. For example, the reason I'm showing you this is one of the 180 gram pressings that we do. So it's actually heavier, which means you'll get a better sound. So when you do go for a setup like this, where you've got a separate turntable amplifier and speakers, you actually get the full enjoyment out of it. And for those of you are going, oh, I need a trained ear, you don't need a trained ear. It is literally easy as when you put it on, you hear it instantly, the difference of the quality. So I briefly touched on the cartridge. All the record players we sell do come with a cartridge, but we would recommend upgrading it, as I mentioned earlier. They have a starting point that we would probably say as an upgrade, £50, something like that. We do a lot of Audio Technica ones, which are really good. Something like this on this particular turntable is about £750 for this gold cartridge. The arm can be upgraded. Another thing for record players, for those that don't know, is there's 3 different speeds that are available. 78 is kind of a little bit rarer on the record players. The most common are 33 and 45. Nice thing with this particular record player, it's actually got a separate speed control, which makes life a lot easier. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you for your requirements.